These mics are pretty sensitive and directional, so when you're speaking into, oh, did that come up? Did that?
I just threw it on the ground, I
Oh.
think.
I hope that those headphones work. There might be a short in them, I'm not positive.
We'll figure it out.
Hear yourself in both ears or just in one?
I can hear you in this one.
That one?
Yep.
Jiggle that cord a little bit, you might be able to figure out if there's
There
a
we
short,
go.
you can hear better, okay.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you don't wanna wear the headphones, you don't. I suggest wearing them because you can tell when you're wearing the headphones, if you're talking to the mic like this, you're clear, you're crisp, you're gonna cut through. If you talk like this, not as clear, not as smooth. So if you turn your head to answer a question to John, you'll be able to hear it in your headphones.
Got it.
And this is adjustable, you can obviously adjust that, you got the volume control, you can adjust the volume control as well. If you see me back here waving, I'm not trying to get your attention or throw you off, whatever you're talking about, I'm trying to get his attention, because we either need to reset, or we need to go to break, or we need to wrap up, whatever it might be. Just finish your thought, don't worry about me back here flailing.
I'll do my best here.
And the other thing is if we do go down a road that, content-wise, that is something you don't want to share, or if we screw up, it doesn't matter, we're gonna treat it as if it's live, but it's being recorded. We can always go back in after the fact and edit out any parts that we don't like or that don't fit what we're trying to accomplish. Did I cover everything, John?
Yeah, I wasn't even listening, I assumed you did.
Alright, good. How you feeling? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let me pull up their website and their Facebook page. Skyzone, Rochester. Do you manage the Facebook page?
Yeah, we share the responsibilities over the course of several people that'll do that. Now, with us kind of changing ownership, there's a lot of things that are up in the air that we haven't assigned to a specific person, so there's a lot of things that we share responsibility with between my operations manager, whichever.
You say your ops manager, is there a lot of maintenance to do on these companies?
We do have a building services manager, and we go through them quite frequently. I mean, safety is the number one thing that we're concerned with a business like that. At least 2 times, there's a very thorough, 2 times a week, a very thorough inspection in front of the trampoline courts. And then several times throughout the week, it's just a matter of kind of going through and making sure that everything's functioning correctly. Fairly easy to maintain, but still kind of pay attention to detail.
Yeah, I also own an insurance agency.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and we had a moratorium for about a 2-year period. If you had a trampoline, we wouldn't insure you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but now they will insure you. This is Allstate. They will insure you if you have it strapped to the ground, so it can't blow away in a hurricane and smash through your window. And you have to have a
Enclosure on it.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
And it has to be in good repair, which made me have to throw my trampoline away. My kids were jumping on a trampoline with a hole in the middle of it for it was out there 10 years. And even my wife, as I was taking it down, was fighting me over it. She was like, "Oh, that's still good." I go, "They're gonna fall through this hole." We only had one nephew break in my house.
Oh, there's no big deal.
Yeah, it was a big run. All right, I'm ready.
Alright, let's do this.
Ready, Greg?
I'm ready.
Schaper, last name, right?
Correct.
Welcome back to Fitness Edge Radio on ESPN Rochester, 95.7 FM as well as 950 AM. It's Fitness Edge Radio with me, Mike Danger, and John Hutchings of the Downtown Fitness Club, fitness expert and nutrition expert here in the Rochester area. And I'm real excited about our next guest on Fitness Edge Radio, John H., because you mentioned that we were going to be talking to somebody from Skyzone. And
Yeah.
I went nuts. I'm like, oh, Skyzone. I love that place.
You are a Skyzone junkie. You were sharing with me how you and Sandy heard about Skyzone when you were on a trip back home to Minnesota, right?
Skyzone early adopter. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were in
you were ahead of the
Minneapolis.
curve.
In Minneapolis, visiting family and friends. We heard a commercial for Skyzone, and we thought, wow, that's a cool idea. A trampoline park. We don't have anything like that in Rochester. And then we came back home, and then we saw that, oh, there's a Skyzone in Buffalo. We should take the kids. Let's check it out. And I think the Skyzone in Buffalo had only been open for a few months when we went and checked it out, and we had a blast. And then we saw that there was one opening up in Greece, right over there by BJ's, and we're like, wow, Skyzone's coming to Rochester. This is going to be awesome, and it is awesome.
You were the first in line, like when Sonic's going to open around here, I think. Dairy Queen, when that came to town, I got in line for that.
Oh, yeah.
Skyzone is much healthier, though, and we have to introduce our guest, Greg Schaper. You are the manager, general manager?
General manager, yeah,
General
general
manager
manager of
over at the
Rochester.
Skyzone here in Greece that Danger's mentioning. Um, Welcome to Fitness Ed Radio. Thanks for joining us today, Greg. How are you
Thanks for
doing?
having me. I'm good, great, it's great to be here. I've never heard the show yet. I'm from Buffalo, actually, like you mentioned with,
Yeah, you're
Skyzone
kind
over
of
there.
just a transplant over here.
Yeah,
so
I'm learning. I'm learning this Rochester thing here. I like it so far. There's a lot of cool things I've kind of checked out. I checked out that East End Fest. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we
So I'm
had a
learning
little
here.
involvement in that. We're doing an East End Fitness Festival, and we'll talk about
That's
that
right.
and offline a little bit, and we can make you part of that. But Greg is doing us a favor today, Danger. We had a guest, last-minute cancellation. I called over to the Skyzone because I see they have a fitness program attached to the trampoline empire that is Skyzone. I called over there, and Greg was accommodating and drove over here, and we're talking to Greg about Skyzone today. Thanks a lot for doing that.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Let's jump right in. Skyzone. Now, off air we were talking a little bit. Your background is you're a school teacher, right?
Yeah, actually, I went to my undergrad. I did at SUNY Portland. Finished my master's in phys ed at Canisius College in Buffalo, and I went to teaching for about 5 years at a school district in Buffalo there. And then somehow, some way, I got introduced to somebody that got me integrated with Skyzone, where we started to build upon a developing fitness program.
Yeah, you mentioned you went there to be a fitness trainer.
Right.
Now, so you were a phys ed teacher. I call you gym teacher. I know
That's
that's
fine.
not
Doesn't hurt
politically
my
correct
feelings.
these days. But, you had an interest in getting involved in the fitness field outside the school, right?
Yes.
And then just one thing led to another, and Skyzone ensued. You walked in there, they hired you on as a fitness trainer?
They did. Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about that. How did that come about? And what were some of the things that you were doing fitness-wise over at the Skyzone that our fitness ed listeners would like to hear about?
You know what, actually, the whole thing started, I didn't even know that I was being interviewed. It started out, come on in and check out the class, see what we're kind of starting to develop here and what it's all about. Halfway through the class, the owner at the time approached me and said, "You're doing great, this is your interview." High-fived me in the middle of that fitness class there, and it was all said and done from there. After that, I went through a little bit of training with another guy who's very good at what he does. His name is Joel Patrick. He actually created the entire program with Skyzone in Buffalo, and then obviously gave it to us in Rochester. Taught us a few things. It was nice to have a little bit of a teaching background in there as well. But taught us a few things, what the goal of the program was, where we wanted to take it. And over the course of 2.5, 3 years, it's really exploded and turned into something that's really quite cool to see.
Now, Danger's been to Skyzone. I have never walked inside. I've been in your parking lot a lot, sat out there and waiting for my kids to get done. Do you find most of the people that you're teaching in these fitness programs, are they younger kids? Are children? Do you have adult fitness classes? Tell us a little bit about the gamut that you run with the fitness offering over there at Skyzone.
The fitness program that we have here now is more adults, whereas the general business will be majority of children. The fitness program right now, we have anywhere that's between 20 years old, mid-20s, that goes upwards into the mid-50s. I know I had one participant that was upwards of 60 years old and would absolutely crush the class. Not because it was easy, but because she was just an animal. She really got after it and was consistent, was there on a regular basis. So
Cool.
yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, the fitness classes we try and keep more geared towards adults. It's a structured activity where people are there to work. It's fun, but people are still there to work.
Now, it's an overall fitness concept. Can you develop strength from trampolining? Is it more of a cardiovascular? Is it body awareness? I've got your website up here, and it's got a list of things that Skyzone Fitness does improve: circulation, cardiovascular health, balance and coordination, mental health. It actually is good for people who have autism, detoxification and immune system health, other health benefits, lowers elevated cholesterol. Danger, you should go over and hop on that.
I'd jump on those trampolines, Sean H. I've been to Skyzone. What about you? What's your excuse?
I don't have high cholesterol, but I should go for other reasons. Tones up your glandular system. I didn't know that my glandular system needed toning, but it does do that, especially the thyroid gland. Increases activity of your red bone marrow and producing red blood cells. Improves your digestion and promotes better sleep. Now that's a pretty all-inclusive list right there.
That is quite a lengthy list, yeah.
It is. I'm sorry to we've lost half our listeners while I was reading that, but back to the original question, how does trampolining improve strength? If someone's looking to get stronger or put on muscle mass, are they coming to Skyzone for your fitness program?
I do have a lot of people that will do that. They come there with a goal to kind of, they are trying to put on some more size. They're trying to gain strength is the main thing. A lot of people are looking to gain strength. The beautiful thing with the trampoline, last time we referred to it as rebound training, is you're incorporating a lot more muscles. So you're kind of recruiting a lot more those muscle strands. That's why, your balance is going to be, your stability is going to improve quite significantly if you become consistent. And you'll notice it, like as I mentioned off air, I noticed it myself when I had first started in 3 classes. The balance is a lot better and you're incorporating a lot more muscles all at once than you would if you're just doing it in the gym. Certainly our fitness program is not the end-all be-all of fitness, and we do encourage the people that do consistently come to our class to partake in some other things, whether it's weight training or whichever it is that your goal, the goal that you're trying to reach out to, but certainly will improve your strength, a lot of speed, a lot of agility training that we're doing there too, really cutting edge as far as cross training goes.
So, who's your wheelhouse? What people are you looking for? And how do people find out about this? Are you advertising out in the public that you have fitness? Because as you said, and I shared, my kids love this place. They'll go online, and I had one particular experience where they go, Dad, we just went online and reserved a spot at Skyzone. I said, great, it's gonna be fun. They said, yeah, we gotta be there in 20 minutes. And I live in Webster, so I had to jump in the car and zoom them across town. So you guys are scheduling tight, it's very popular over there. Where do you find your customers on the fitness end? Where are they coming from? And who's your ideal customer?
You know what, we like to gear it towards anybody. The beautiful thing about the program is you can always go at your own pace. We do cater to, extreme athletes, collegiate athletes that we've had in there, but we also have people that haven't exercised in months or years, whichever, that are looking to, try and find a new way to kind of spice up, themselves getting back in shape. So we gear it towards everybody. Down the road, what we're looking to do is kind of incorporate different levels of classes. We do have half-hour starter classes that we did in Buffalo. That's yet to make it to the Rochester location, but it's soon to be down the road. And we also do team trainings as well. So we can cater the classes to whatever it is that our general guest is. Our general fitness classes, we're getting in there. Really just anybody that's looking to get fit. Like I said before, you can be college athlete, college soccer player, we get some of those in there. You're challenged with that general class, but we'll also have somebody that's in there that hasn't been there as frequently, and they're challenged by it too, and they get to go at their own pace.
So you can modify the class to accommodate all levels of fitness.
Yep,
so you can be next to an Olympic athlete and you're just Joe Average, and it works out.
It works out, yeah, it works out great for us. And the beautiful thing too with that is those people kind of embrace each other. You have that athlete that's going to find some weaknesses with this different kind of training, and the social atmosphere that it creates as well is powerful in itself. It kind of pushes.
Great opportunity too for Skyzone Fitness when you think about it, because the people that are going to Skyzone are parents with their kids. So the kids are having a blast, and the parents are kind of standing there monitoring their kids or waiting for their kids, and they get hit with the message of, Skyzone Fitness. Think about that. Oh, I see my kids having fun, they're on this trampoline, this is new, this is different, I've never tried this before, it looks like fun, and if it can get me in shape, why not try it, right?
Exactly. That's actually how a lot of people actually get exposed to it, is they're there with their kids, and they see what's going on, and it strikes an interest with them, in which case they come up and they ask for some more information. It's not the most publicized or promoted part of our business, but it certainly is a unique thing, adds some depth to us that we like to, personally myself, being in that background, I love it. I think it's a great thing for people to take advantage of, and a nice way to kind of spice up everything, as far as keeping it exciting in your fitness routine.
Now, in addition to the strength training, because I went for that right away, because I think, Danger, you probably agree, when you think about jumping on the trampoline, you're thinking it's a cardiovascular type workout. How about that end of it, the cardiovascular and weight loss? Do you have clients that have come to you and said, hey, I've lost 20 pounds trampolining? Do you have any success stories from your time in Buffalo or here, the short time here in Rochester, where you can say, hey, if you're looking to lose 10 pounds here this summer in a short period of time, come down to Skyzone Fitness? Do you have information on that?
Yeah, you know what, a Skyzone class, typically they last about an hour. You can burn up to 1,000 calories within that time frame. Some people will go more, some people will go less, everybody's a little bit different, but as far as success stories go, we've had several from Buffalo and even in the Rochester area in the short amount of time that we've been here. I have one guy who actually, his name's Jeremy Ballman, he's just coming on, he's going to start to be a trainer with us. He's lost over 50 pounds using the Skyzone classes. He's met a lot of people that have done the same. There's and it brings a lot of those people pretty close together. They'll always advocate for the program. We all believe in it too, but yeah, there's people that are losing easily double-digit poundage that, that come consistently and they enjoy it. I think that's the great thing about it. They enjoy it, so they come back again and again.
We're talking with Greg Schaper, the general manager at Skyzone in Rochester, over there by BJ's. It's on Bellwood Drive.
Yep, 155 Bellwood Drive.
That's right. And we're talking about the fitness program specifically over there at Skyzone. And if you laugh at the idea of a fitness program in a trampoline park, I'll tell you, somebody who's been on those trampolines with my kids jumping around, I remember the first time I went to Skyzone, the one in Buffalo, jumping around on those trampolines for, I think it was just a 45-minute, I think we did the 45-minute package.
Yeah, you can do a half-hour spot, you can do an hour spot, you can do 90 minutes.
All right, maybe it was the hour spot. It was the hour spot. But after doing an hour,
Maybe you were
jumping
exhausted after 45 minutes.
I was exhausted. I was sweating like I'm like, wow, this is more work than I thought. You think you're jumping on a trampoline, it's gonna be fun. It is fun. It's a blast, but you do get a workout. There's no question about it.
No, and I think, you hit on a key component to success with weight loss and weight control is that it's fun. People are enjoying themselves. You're forgetting that you're exercising. In my almost 20 years in the fitness business, one of my hurdles I have to get over with individuals is try to convince them that exercise is fun. In a general fitness facility, that means doing a group exercise class, maybe Zumba or something like that. You're trying to take their mind off the fact that they're just exercising. Because, you think about a treadmill. You get up there, Danger, you've had a treadmill, you got a treadmill down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You run on this treadmill, you exert all this energy, and when you're done, you haven't gone anyplace. You're just kind of looked at the wall, or maybe you have a TV on, and you're watching what's going on. But, if you can kind of turn off that thought or that voice in your head that I'm bored or I hate this is drudgery, and just lose yourself in the fun and the joy of it, I think that is what really gets people results. And it's through consistency. They come back, they want to be part of it. So how do you join the fitness program? Is it a per class? Do you drop in rate? Can you join on a membership? Is there all kinds of options? Should I kind of leave that to your salespeople at the place?
I can kind of tell you right now, we have several different options that we offer for our fitness classes. We do offer a first-time fitness class at a half price of $750 per class, or for your first class. Anytime after that, if you want to do an individual class, it's $15 per class. We do offer different packages, a 10-pack pass, which will cost you $100, and that's good for a calendar year where you can use, to register 10 classes. We do also have an unlimited monthly pass, where that'll cost you $60, and you can come as many times as you want. The best way for you to register for a class, the website that we use right now, is separate from our Skyzone website actually. It's called skyperform.com. That one right now is the Buffalo and the Rochester locations. We will separate the Rochester location very soon, in which case we're looking to use skyperformrochester.com. But right now it's still skyperform.com. You go on there, you can create a profile, it allows us to contact you. You can purchase any pass on there, you can look at the class schedule, the capacity that are all available there, and do it all electronically right there. It's the easiest way to do it, the best way to do it. And if anybody has any kind of issue, they can always call that Skyzone location, in which case someone will assist you with that.
Now, are these classes that you're buying packages for, you mentioned there's some specifics that you can get into with trainers. Are they more done on a one-on-one basis, and can you get a personal training session outside the group concept there at Skyzone Fitness?
Typically what we stick to is the group training sessions. We do have some trainers that you can consult with on an individual basis, in which case, we set that up with the other trainer, whatever, depending on when you're available. But in most cases, those trainers are hanging around before and after, so they're very approachable. You can go out there and you can discuss anything with them, whether it's sore muscles or flexibility or a technique on something. It's one technique of an exercise or another. Nutrition things we also offer. Very approachable people, very qualified people as well. I know we have one kid that's really great at the CrossFit. His name's Robbie Ortiz. He is something to see. I saw him this morning actually on the Beer Free. He's just something else.
Turning tricks out
yes,
there and
he's a
around.
motivator. He's fun to be around. That's the cool thing about Skyzone in general is the people that come in there, that you just get to be yourself. It's fun overall, and everybody kind of embraces that. So it's certainly not lacking in fitness class.
Now, you mentioned the CrossFit, and that was going to be one of my questions. Did you see, would trampolining be a good training method to get on American Ninja Warrior? Did you see this girl, Casey Catanzaro?
I did not see
conquered the
Casey.
course. She's been all over the internet here in the last couple of days. But you say Robbie Ortiz is a freak. Is that guy, can you see him conquering Mount Midoriyama on American Ninja Warrior?
I really think he could. He competes all the time in his own realm of CrossFit. He loves that stuff. Yeah, he certainly can. I don't think, some rebound training inside Skyzone wouldn't hurt you, as far as, competing in the Ninja Warrior thing. But, I think Robbie or He's could give it a good run for his money.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit more about that. Let's go to break real quick here. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk CrossFit, we'll talk Ninja Warrior, and I've done some Wikipedia. Danger always gets worried when I go on Wikipedia. We'll have some questions for you off the Wikipedia page on trampolining when we come back after these messages on Fitness Edge Radio. All right, how we doing on time? You're good, man.
We've got about another 20 minutes or so.
Okay, so we got some time.
Yeah, we got time.
Fine. Trampolining is an Olympic sport.
Is it still?
It is an Olympic sport. It's, the origins of the trampoline come from the early 1930s. George Nissen observed trapeze artists performing tricks when bouncing off the safety net. He made the first modern trampoline in his garage to reproduce this on a smaller scale and used it to help with his diving and tumbling activities. He formed a company to build trampolines for sale and used the variant of the Spanish word trampoline, or diving board, as a trademark. He used the trampoline to entertain audiences and also let them participate in his demonstrations. See, this is where Skyzone was born. I'll read that a little bit later. Another fun fact here about trampolining is this. Do you know who won the trampolining gold medal in the London 2012 Olympics? He's from China. His name is Dong Dong. That's fun.
Please don't just read the Wikipedia page verbatim. I mean, like,
I will try not to.
you're bragging about raising the audience by 33%. You want them to go away. Let's just read Wikipedia for an hour on the radio.
Come on, you mean I don't have great intonation with my reading? I'm not turning in like Orson Welles
we want to give the
War
listeners
of the Worlds.
we want to give listeners something that they can't get online.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
anybody can get Wikipedia.
All right, but I gotta pull something from it. I mean,
You can pull something from it. Just
listen, this is my version of show prep right now. I'm doing it as we fly.
All right.
Making lemonade, baby.
We ready to return? We good?
I'm gonna plug in my laptop so it don't fade out in the middle of
So it doesn't black out in the middle of you reading Wikipedia verbatim.
Well, that hurts a little. Not really. Did I mention I have a vote? All right, here we go.
Welcome back, Fitness Edge Radio on ESPN Rochester, 95.7 FM and 950 AM. It's Fitness Edge Radio with me, Mike Danger, and John H. of the Downtown Fitness Club, continuing our conversation with Greg Schaper, who's the general manager at Skyzone in Rochester. Skyperform.com is the website if you're interested in learning how Skyzone can help get you into better shape, John H.
Yeah, when we went to break, Greg and I were just kind of touching upon some CrossFit stuff, and Robbie Ortiz. Now, does he belong to a local CrossFit affiliate here, or does he just do it on his own?
He does. That's actually where his background was before he had come into Skyzone, and he actually still does work there as a trainer there too.
Okay. Do you know which one it is?
I want to say Paradigm, but I'm not positive.
Okay, I think you're right. I think that is correct. Paradigm Performance, that's Anthony Ronke's place over there on University. Give him a plug there. But can trampolining make you a better CrossFitter?
I think so for sure. From the start to the finish of every class that we have, between whether it's agility or whichever. We were talking even earlier about proprioceptors or whichever it was.
Yeah,
either way, we're trying to get those muscles.
In layman's term, your brain's talking to your muscle and saying go faster.
Right, and we have a lot of different activities or skill things that we can do to get muscles to fire faster, to work on speed and agility, which obviously is useful in some CrossFit type activities. Balance, we do work on flexibility, mobility, which is huge. I struggle with any kind of CrossFit, especially an overhead squat, because I have zero mobility in my shoulders. My back is very stiff too. So Robbie's been working with me on that a little bit to try and show me how that works, but it certainly is beneficial for anybody that does participate in CrossFit activities.
So So you have a highly qualified staff over there, and you mentioned it before we went to the break, and you mentioned yourself, you have a master's in phys ed education.
Correct.
You were a trainer, I'm gonna guess you were certified probably through NASA?
I just had the physical education background, that's how I started
Okay.
with it, and that's why, all I needed was actually to start in Buffalo. The trainers that we have on board now in Rochester, I know Robbie has his certification in CrossFit, there's another trainer, Caleb, he's a certified personal trainer, so is another trainer, Amy, and then a cool kind of twist on it, Jeremy, our other trainer, he's actually a registered nurse, so he's got a lot of knowledge on the body too, and
Wow.
And so offer that, that information.
It's quite a repertoire, but I guess my question coming into it as a fitness professional, how do you see trampolining fitting in with a person's overall workout program? I mean, do you still think they have to do strength training? Should they belong to a gym or a CrossFit box in addition to trampolining? Or can someone use trampolining exclusively for their fitness program?
We definitely recommend that you have a variety of things that you can do. As I had said before, Skyzone, our Schaper program, is not the end-all be-all of fitness. It certainly does help, but I think overall anybody's fitness is a well-rounded experience. So whether it's weight training and you're getting some cardiovascular stuff in there too, some flexibility is important that a lot of people forget about. But there's more than just lifting weights, picking things up, putting things down. That's going to make you a healthy individual.
Absolutely. Now, we talked a little bit before we came on air today about trampolining being an Olympic sport. You were surprised to hear that it still is, and as of the 2012 Olympics, it still is an Olympic sport. Is anyone at Skyzone currently training for the 2016 Olympics?
Not to my knowledge.
The Chinese apparently dominate this sport. Dong Dong was the gold medalist in 2012 in London. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I haven't heard of that one yet. I haven't seen it really on the Olympics. I don't know why they don't show that more.
Yeah, you probably 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Overnight coverage. Bob Costas talking about it. But it is apparently worldwide a sport that is worthy of inclusion in the Olympics. So it's an impressive thing. Do you find, like if you're at Wegmans or if you go out, you're a young man, you go out for a drink at a nightclub or a bar, do a lot of people know that Skyzone exists?
The majority of it would be, I think, a lot of younger kids and then their parents. It is really the largest group of people that we have coming in here. I can't say I've really had anybody come up to me and say, hey, you work at Skyzone, and approach me in that matter. But I think we're growing. Definitely since we've opened up in December, we're growing a bit more, where people are learning where we are, what we're about, and what we offer. We actually just started up a summer camp not too long ago. Actually, this is the first week. Where registration was quite low, but again, people are still trying to get familiar with some of the Rochester area. So,
Well, if they have a good experience, then next year they tell their friends and it grows
Right.
exponentially like that. And the CrossFit community, one of the parts of CrossFit that I've noticed is the social component. I have seen via Facebook that there's a lot of gyms around town where they'll bring a bunch of people over for a social night on the trampoline. So you've seen a growth in that area, right? Has that translated in any fitness business uptick?
Oh yeah, it certainly has. I think a lot of people that are coming on a consistent basis, their results will speak for itself, so they see that and they always ask, what are you doing? In which case a lot of people will apply Skyzone as a heavy factor in their success. But again, along with the social things, that class, really the great thing about it is the social aspect of it. You're getting after it with a bunch of other people that kind of cheer you on. We embrace that environment. So at the beginning of every class, we may talk, to the group as a whole, kind of motivate a little bit, and at the end of every class, we break it down together. So, I can have every class a little bit of a chant, break it down, all at the same time. Everybody kind of shows their hard work at the end there.
We're talking with Greg Schaper, he's the GM over at Skyzone in Greece, skyperform.com if you want to learn more about how Skyzone can get you fit. And one of the other things that we haven't been talking about, we've been talking about about the fitness program at Skyzone, but they also have dodgeball too, right? I mean, like, dodgeball league has got to be ridiculously fun, and if you're...
I've heard about that, and I wanted to bring that up, as well as the basketball we talked about a little bit, but yeah, go ahead, Danger, ask him about the dodgeball.
Well, I'm just curious. I mean, how's the league doing? How's participation been with the dodgeball league over there at Skyzone?
Dodgeball's great. We've had a couple of leagues since we've opened. The very first one was probably the largest one that we had for us. Skyzone Worldwide will participate in Ultimate Dodgeball Championship, which I think is actually still going on. In which case, Buffalo, every place will have their own kind of regional qualifier. But dodgeball, we have that on a daily basis, so anybody that comes in for open jump hours, they can kind of get after it. We will separate by size, obviously for safety reasons, but yeah, on a daily basis, people play dodgeball. It's a lot of fun. You have that added element of the trampolines, gives you a little bit more of a dimension, so it certainly is a good time.
Yeah, Danger said to me before you came in today, we were talking about Skyzone, he said they have basketball over there, basketball hoops.
Yep, Sky Slam we call
Yeah,
that.
Sky Slam, and he implied that would be the only way that I could slam dunk a basketball, and I used to throw it down, on my own back in the day. I might need a little assist now, but do you have a lot of guys and girls coming in just to experience the joy of slamming a basketball through the hoop as hard as they can?
Yeah, that's probably one of the favorite ones that people go to when they go in there. Everybody wants to slam dunk. They want a little bit of Michael Jordan action in their life,
Yeah.
But we have 3 different Sky Slam courts there. One's much larger. We have kind of a middle range one and then a smaller one for some of our shorter, smaller